Alright everyone, it is I, Schroeder Jester Valentine, and today we're going to be checking out a game that is pretty much a stern warning for how not to make a horror game. That of course being Venge. Um, Venge kinda is, yeah. Hey, Gaming Chicken, how you doing? But yeah, as I was saying, Venge is a really, it's a really controversial game. Um, let's just say that, so, it was made by Acker Coaster, who, as you know, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. A lot of stuff to unpack is all I'm gonna say. Um, not necessarily what you would call a cool dude. You know, he's been involved in a lot of stuff. Let's just say that much. Um, but yeah, so it was made by Acker Coaster, and yeah, made by Acker Coaster, and um, what basically happened is this. So initially he announced the game back in like 2019, and yeah, since then 3 years later with quite a bit of funding from various sources, and this is what we get right here. Yeah, I know, right? Um, all that effort, all that budget, and this is what we get. It's just this, what appears to be a very shameless cash grab. Just from looking at it, you know, you can pretty much tell it is very much a cash grab. But needless to say, yeah, this game is not very good. Like, it immediately bombed upon release, to give you an idea. Um, it immediately, yeah, exactly. That was the, yeah, there was also that accusation, but there's nothing to steal from this, is all I'm gonna say. Uh, and so already his argument falls apart when you consider that alone. You know, because honestly, who would want to steal from this? Who would want to steal from this? From this hunk of junk? Definitely not true, though. I bet they just looked at it and they just scoffed and walked off like most other game developers did. Uh, because even critics just completely ripped Coaster a new one. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so this also starts off a new segment I would like to call, Weird Wacky Wednesdays. Yeah, Weird Wacky Wednesdays. Where, basically, I go around and I explore games that are forgotten, weird, and just, you know, off the beaten path, pretty much. And or in this case are failed cash grabs wrapped up in scandal. I mean, yeah. But we're gonna be exploring exactly why this game is so, you know, so terrible. Because here's the thing, like the gameplay and the graphics aren't even the worst part of it. I mean, yeah, they're bad, but really it's the lore in this case that's the worst part of it. Like that's why I titled the stream "What's Even Happening Here" is because yeah, that the lore is just really bad. Yeah, we need Furious Fridays. If only I didn't have, well, one, now I have a VR chat stream on that day. And number two, and number two, uh, normally when I don't have VR chat collabs on that day, I have, Outlast Trials collabs. So that's one of my collab days. So in other words, I don't know, maybe we'll do, Terrible Tuesdays. That's where I play the rage games, or the games that are just so objectively bad that I rage. And just play Gang Over and Cold Steel 1 and all those objectively just rage game titles. Which, by the way, this game is not Cold Steel 1 bad, but it is bad. Just gonna throw that out there. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's actually start the debauchery here. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why I have the music all the way down, it's because Coaster did not even make his own soundtrack. Like, he has a BioShock problem, or rather the Take-Two legal action or Take-Two interactive problem. But times 10. Like, you know how Take-Two Interactive never makes their own soundtrack and pumps their games full of DMCA protected music, making me have to censor the VODs because of all the legal red tape I get into with those games? Yeah, Coaster's like that with his games. Only it's even worse with him because, like, BioShock and other Take-Two games, I mean, BioShock is a legendary game, don't get me wrong. But, you know, the only complaint I really have to have is a complaint with Take-Two itself, and that is that Take-Two Interactive just, I don't know, they just prefer to pump games full of DMCA music and then just make, like, tiny little soundtrack snippets, and that's how they make their soundtracks. Like, that's literally the only complaint. And yeah, I know. And also, did you notice how it started out? It started out with Rotnik building disappears. Like, you never start a horror game with an entire building going missing. Nah. That you know, just already they just basically throw their lore to what the fuck level that is just like, yeah, no. Because here's the thing, you know, it's one thing for, like, you know, they could have, like, totally rewritten it. Like, they could have said, you know, everyone inside the building was killed, or all 2 our employees were horribly killed, or, you know, all that. But instead they decided to do this really, really crazy, you know, entire building disappears stuff that just, you know, right out of the gate falls apart. Like, oh, like, you know, again, this is not the worst game I've ever played, but it's up there. Also, the jumping animations are, yeah, they're weird. And the game uses Unity Engine, which is pretty interesting, and most of the cutscenes are full motion video. Fun fact! Wait, let me see that again. We'll play again? I don't even know. Yeah, yeah, true. Take a look at the car there. Anyone else see how it doesn't have any back wheels? Or is it just me? Go piss! Rodnick Entertainment vanished. Sister company offers a $10,000 reward. Sister company Skyworks Oh, Skycorp! Skycorp Home Video! Oh, no. Offers a $10,000 reward. After banking on insurance profits and boosted sales, the company offered $10,000 to anyone who could find the establishment. The building was last seen in the middle of Coconino Forest? Since the mysterious vanishing, no one has seen or heard from anyone working at the company at the time. Again, they could have done it like a Poppy Playtime, or, you know, even took it up a step. Like, they could have done it like, you know, goddamn, what is it, Resident Evil, where they were like, yeah. Yeah. And ain't that the truth? People should do more, nope. It was a team of people. And most of them quit because he decided to not credit them at all. Coaster did. And then claimed it as a solo project. But yeah. Since the mysterious vanishing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? And again, they could have definitely, you know, done this a more Resident Evil style way, where, you know, they're like, everyone dies! Rotnik has an unfortunate accident, everyone dies. You know, and you know, have a reward looking for survivors inside the complex. That's how they should have done that, you know? And later on, the entire story just falls apart, and it just... Lots of contradictions later on, is all I'm gonna say. Alright. But now we have to convince... yes. Now we have to convince an older brother to let us go. Hello? And honestly, this entire segment could have been cut out entirely. Like, they could have just shown, like, a full motion video or, like, a cutscene. Did you hear the rumors about that Rotnik place? Why are we gonna make the older brother's voice? Let's see here. know! Yes, I did already. I saw this magazine. I want to go find it. Why? Ugh. I saw there's a $10,000 reward if you find it. And 9 more intended to make it use the Salperea. But use Kurgani for both, so I do understand where you get confused. Maybe I could go to the forest, find it, and bam! We have $10,000. Honestly, they should have made the amount way, way higher because, again, like, a whole bunch of people went missing. So that should be way more than $10,000. That should be like, I don't know, like at least $5 billion. You know, like the entire cost of the building. You know how dangerous that is, right? There are wolves and dangerous spiders and God knows what out there. Yeah, I know, but yep. I know, but it would be awesome. You can't just go to bad studio like that. What if you get hurt? I'll be fine. There's nothing I can't handle, brother. You're so full of yourself sometimes. It's not that I don't trust you, I just don't want anything to happen to you. I'll be fine. You can't do this. I never do anything special for you. You don't have to. You being here is enough for me. Also, almost 18. Are you sure about that, Chief? You seem a little bit shorter than that. I feel like we don't spend enough time. Speaking of which, where is his brother anyway? How about you drop that silly idea and go out to eat or something? Nah, man. I really want to do this. I'll be fine. Here, I'll take my phone with me. What, there's no service? Then what? Ugh. I'll turn on tracking and I'll text you. That's better, but still isn't safe. I'll be gone for only a few hours, even overnight. I don't like this. I promise it won't be long. Thank you, I'll be back soon. We have outwitted the brother. That entire sequence could have been cut out, though. Like, that entire sequence could have been condensed into a cutscene. As for that matter, could have, this driving sequence, which, oh my god, where we begin. And anytime at Bang Bang, how you doing? Oh shit. Ah! That entire car was missing its door. Ah! There was an empty void where the door would be. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Lights are flickering again. You know what that means. Ah! And yes, this is another full motion video here. Ah! Again, they could have totally, like, the way they should have done this, the way Costa should have done this is that, he should have, right after the phone cutscene ends, have you start right out in the lobby of the studio. But then again, that, would depend on my whole idea of it, of the, what is it? Yeah, that's right, of everyone, Rotnik being, of everyone Rotnik, dying to some incident. Or at least, them saying that instead of just saying, the building strip disappeared. That actually managed to freak me out a bit. The tunnel is just gone. This can't be an accident. Oh yeah, and this should work. Follow my notes. I suppose place. I will help you. Which, where we begin into the notes. Rotnik Entertainment, a company hidden in the Coconino Forest, has opened for the first time. Although the building isn't publicly open, it currently is the highest employing company in the country. And a country I could tell is not America. because Rotnik sounds very Eastern European. The building uses advanced earthquake system. Uses to sway the building in the event of an earthquake. This building isn't going anywhere. The owner has placed tons of effort to make sure the company stays open again. Again? Again? Eh? Well, that worked, huh? But yeah, we're gonna get into the notes. So the notes are, oh my god. Like, instead of having notes everywhere, you could have just, I don't know, had, like, the entire thing voice acted. Like, you did hire quite a few voice actors, so you could have, like, had, somebody voice act when you were reading things and stuff, like instead of just having notes everywhere. And it's just like just terrible exposition. And I think the reason they use the notes, is simply because, um, I definitely think this was made. If it wasn't made slightly beforehand. Ah!
Security gate lock. Please swipe your member card.
Was that Iris Heart? I think that was a voice for Iris Heart, everyone. Or maybe Blanc. I think it's actually Blanc's voice. I just heard there. I do know that both of them were hired, though, for this. I remember watching this show as a kid. I loved it. Oh yeah, yeah. The story took a different turn. Much more similar. Still really, really confusing though, as shown by the title. And uh And I think, by the way, I think the reason these notes are here is because originally these lines were supposed to be said by, the voice actor of Dante, Catnap, Diluc, Kinger, and, Reen, Sean Chiplock. I think it was originally supposed to say those lines there. But he quit the project halfway because Coaster wasn't paying him jack. Which, yeah, he's a legend. Let's just say that. If your project's bad and you mistreat him, he's not gonna stick around. He's just gonna walk off the set, and just move on to something else. Oh yeah, the main antagonist is voice acted by Quentin Flynn. Just a little fun fact for those of you who did not know. Which is good. Someone is looking out for him after Konami killed off the Metal Gear series in the way they did with Survive. Just a heads up. I will tell you early on that I am one to be trusted. I know you'll you'll understand later. Yeah, half the time that either has a really screwed up frog face, or with like blood coming out of the eyes, or it's just a normal one.
Has been cut out from
Shutting down.
Now this is just objectively bad game design. I mean, you don't just put this right here. You go. The way you're supposed to put this is you're supposed to put this in another room, so that the player will have to find it and thus, explore more of the world and get more of the story. Like, I know that, finding power boxes seems tedious, but it is really important for world building purposes to do that. Like, it is really important to have the player actually, explore their environment to find objectives, not just put them right there for. Also, whoa. So I'm guessing those are all the characters. Lucy, FX, who is the one who's voiced by Quentin. Yeah, Quentin Flynn. That has to be the worst blood puddle I have ever seen in a video game. Like, goddamn, they can't even do blood puddles right. Tupper? Yeah. What the hell? Did you just hear Sonic the Hedgehog go behind me? And why would they just nonchalantly have posters of Lucy, of Psycho Lucy, just lying about? And honestly, the whole blood face, or rather the whole blood, the whole like creepy Lucy face with the blood coming out of the eyes. For as cool as it is, in the lore, it just doesn't make sense. Ass room? Oh, AS room. Alright. Public wing. Also, I know that some offices are laid out like this, but that is not how you would normally lay it out. Actually, okay, the layout's kind of good, but the design of it is just... In order to open the gate, you need to balance the scale. Explore around a bit. You should find 4 balls. Each ball has a different weight. Yeah. Dude, that is objectively just... Yes. Oh yeah, back there was supposed to be an animation where springs would jut out of the floor suddenly. It had to be removed though. And also I want to comment on how they operate the scales. Yeah, kids, don't do that. Is all I'm gonna say. Because, that just doesn't make sense. Like, you could have just, like, had them pick it up and then set on the scale without having this lift thing to put on there. Like, that just, I don't know. Just does not make sense. At all. Also, fun fact. Coaster allegedly said that he's, like, making, he's making chapter 2 for one thing. And number 2, he's gonna completely remake chapter 1 and have Chiplock actually do his lines. Allegedly. Though let's be honest here, after he burned that bridge, I don't think Sean wants anything to do with his company anymore. So I'm guessing that instead it's probably gonna be someone else. Also, this is the character Zywing. Where's the easels? Where's the artist desks? Where's all that? You usually, usually expect. That is creepy as hell. Normal room. My God. There's a cult worshipping the ball! The cult of the balls! I'm sorry I had to. The cult of the balls! We worship balls because we can. Also, what the hell is that elevator animation? Like, like the elevator just moves. Like, it doesn't even move like normal elevator. It just, it like moves up, but then also moves to the side? What the fuck? There wasn't even like, okay. Honestly, again, this would have been better if it was done, Resident Evil style, and you were part of a team who was sent there to, like, find survivors. Not gonna lie. Something's watching you. There is no button inside this elevator. Also, the door is on the floor. And if I sound a little creeped out, that's because I am. Like, I'm getting the weird feelings they are. I do not want to stay there much longer, and also the elevator is not synced up with the sounds. This entire area is just not well designed at all. Also, again, like they put zero effort into like the painting textures at all. Affix and Lucy. Lucy the Spider. Lucy the Seal. Lucy and Cassie fight? What the? What's our here? Tickets. Feed it. That's not how you spell fetus. Small baby. Good sized baby. Larger baby. Um. One-eyed cow. What the hell are some of these titles? So Lucy the Spider. Lucy the Spider Part 2. Lucy calls the police from the spider part. Lucy. What? What? Nice. Records broken. Rotnik Entertainment is at its peak from nothing in 2004 to top of the charts in 2005. The company could do no wrong. Their products are rocking the entertainment industry. Their films are like no other. Yeah, I bet they are like no other. Especially that one about I'm sorry. About Lucy calling the cops from inside a spider. Uh, each of their films has received a 97% of Rotten Vegetables. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't like this. Also, hang on for a minute. Alright, I'm back. But honestly, I do not like this at all. Because here's the thing. Like, it's one thing to see, big bloody arrows lead you to the middle of a stage. But it's a whole other thing to see big bloody glowing arrows leading you to the middle of a stage. I swear to God, if anything comes out there and attacks me, I am going to freak out. Also, the stage itself is just so. What the hell? Oh my god. That actually scared me. Whew. How is it that the worst games always manage to be the scariest? Like, okay, Bioshock 2 was actually scary, but that was a good game. Legendary, even. Like, not quite as legendary as the first two, as the other two Bioshocks, 1 and Infinite, but it was still a great game. And here's where the game completely loses, well, I don't know, like, I would buy into the lore more if it wasn't for this. Like, if it wasn't for this, weird Shadow Realmy shit. Because here's the thing. Like, okay, you want your game to have a big Shadow Realm. Sure. That works. But here's the thing. Is that the rest of the game turns back to normal right after this was introduced. So it just doesn't make sense. Especially when you consider, how this starts off sounding like some kind of sci-fi sort of thing where something got loose and now you gotta go in there and investigate. Personally, right after the theater, I would have had the game, I would have had go into, like into the lab room and then something chase you out of there. This is sticky number 1. I labeled it to spread them all out. Please find them all. In this world, you have to be careful. There are 8 stickies. I was here too. I trapped you in this room to protect you. This world is weird. The physics don't work as expected. Look around you. Things do what they want. Ah! Oh yeah, that's right. When you're ready, go sticky number 2 and stay on it. What's to do? Go behind the stage and press the button. Only leave when you're ready. I am warning you. Alright. What? Hang on a minute. Anyone else notice how this part's blocked off? Yet, I don't know. These could just appear like that. You'll notice the red in a lot of the room. Magic of the world. It's the magic of the world, alright. This door doesn't seem locked. Okay, once you go past the world sticky, this world can start having an effect on your mind. Oh, that's actually an interesting mechanic, is except here's the thing. In other games you would normally have like an antidote to treat the sanity. Or lack thereof. You can't just let people just pick them up? Come on! Alright, 2 gears down, 1 gear left. Please free me. Free you? What the hell? Fun? I don't like the menacing way that sounded. Yeah, that... I don't know about you, but... without, any of the original voice lines that were planned because, all that happened. Like it's kind of hard to like gauge whether or not the hang on, my laptop's freaking out. I'm trying to fix it. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to gauge what the hell whether or not that guy really wants to help you or if they want to kill you and tear you apart. Very strange one our mysterious benefactor is. Definitely do not trust them. Red source. 28244. Hey, I need to pee real quick. I'll be right back. Got some Pockies. And some, yes, I do eat Pockies on occasion. I'm gonna eat these two. Dude, a lot of these banners look like they're made in goddamn Microsoft Paint. Liar. Star of a feud. Rodnick Entertainment was on track to get the Movie of the Year award when out of nowhere, Skyworks Animation came and snatched it. Rotnick, the new mysterious company, decided to not attend the award ceremony. CEO of Skyworks, Mr. Bratworth, threw shade at the company, claiming the award deserved to be won by them. Could this be start of a new feud? See page 7. Like, I don't know, maybe there was a... What? Oh, god damn it! Also, you know what I think? Phew! That guy's actually pretty horrifying. Okay. But honestly, it's the whole other world dimension stuff that really ruins it. And makes, you know, an already broken saying all the worse. Because I do want to take a minute to, like, talk about what makes the say so bad. And what makes it really, really fall apart. One thing that absolutely makes it fall apart is, one, who the hell is the red source? Or what the hell is the red source? And two, more importantly, you know, why this other world? Why not just, you know, have it take place inside the studio like you were originally, you know, say it would? Especially because, like, again, they completely undid all the other world stuff in the end and made it, like, more like Poppy to try and, like, ride off that success. Alright. This world is weird, huh? I thought we were done, but with the cartoonists, but you aren't. Get upstairs as quickly as possible. There's a hatch that I left open. But how did she come? Dude, what the hell? I got no clipped out of the game. What was that? That is actually so poorly designed. It's actually incredible. But no matter. But still, how did the cartoons become Undyne? but a really screwed up version of Undyne. That's what they never explain in lore. Well, I don't doubt they were originally going to explain in lore, but no. Most of the enemies not explained in lore, other than their names. And what they originally used to be. Ah! How did she get me? Bro, your character isn't even fast enough to outrun the monsters in this game. Yeah, that's right. Your character cannot even outrun these monsters at all. Which is ridiculous. Alright, we're gonna continue. Oh yeah, do you notice something else missing? From a game that's meant to be bendy and Ink Machine-esque. Combat! Yes, that's right. Stay away from me! Big... Sometimes the crime scene is on the ceiling. I don't like that. Yeah, we're gonna try again. But honestly, I gotta prepare a lot for the VR chat stream, for the big VR chat collab coming up. So yeah. Plus we got a lot of Kiseki next week. We got and honestly, they could have just left tapes around too. That could have been a better way to do it. I don't know. I might not complete this game in all in one run. If it's gonna be this broken and this unbeatable, then yeah, no. Sorry if I'm stalling a bit. I'm just trying to. Yeah, we're gonna just we're. You know what I said? I said no. I'm not the fox who gives up. Schrodinger never gives up. Phew! We did. Oh my god. I reacted like she was as scared as big sister, but come on. Really? Come on. Alright, we're having multiple levels of scuff. Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now? I respawned. Oh, hello there, welcome to the stream. Dust Sands. We're playing, one of the games of all time. I could definitely say that much. Even though I think my copy of the game is broken now. Because it started giving me a message, an error message about, oh no, you started the new path. Or whatever. It's alright. Yeah, I figured you were Russian because the first thing you said was in Russian. I don't speak I don't speak English. I mean I do not speak Russian though. I only speak English and German. And maybe a little bit of Spanish here and there. But yeah, my main languages are English and German. So I think we're gonna have a bit of a barrier there, unfortunately. Alright, see ya. Yo, I got 6 likes on this. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, alright, we're gonna try this again. Alright, one more time because I'm limiting the stream to 2 hours and 30 minutes today. So we're gonna try it one last time today. And if it either soft locks us again or gives us another error message, then we'll just call it for a day. Or if I get killed again. Alright, I'm gonna have to use my tank commander skills here. Because you gotta give him wide berth to conserve speed. Shit! God damn it. Alright. Yeah, but they made updates since then to the game. Made a lot of changes now that just made it just... I don't know, maybe it was like one of the changes that like made this entire part super broken. Or something else, but... Yeah, no. Oh, god damn it. And yeah, you might be wondering what the hell's the tank commander thing all about. Well, I'll explain if we either die up here or actually get through. I am so done with her. What the? Alright, now we can explain what the hell I was talking about with that old tank commander thing. So, if you don't know anything about Schrodinger's lore, the lore of Schrodinger Valentine. He's so yeah. In the lore, Schrodinger is well, Azrael Nightingale is his original name. Yeah, there's a lot of last minute naming stuff and a lot of other confusing things to further add to the lore being a mess, I know. But yeah. So in the lore, he is the commander of the as Azrael aka me is the commander of the first armored division of the Imperial Army. These guys are known as Valentine Reapers, and they are the premier armored force of the Imperial Army. They got like all the coolest tanks, all the coolest, stuff. So, in other words, that's why I often, that's why, said, gotta use my tank commander skills back there. There are other characters he works with too. Like, but I haven't really, like, I have a few of them, like, around and like, in different incarnations throughout games. Razorback Snipeblade's is a popular one. Ash Stormfire is one that has been growing a bit in popularity. Like, there's just a lot of different stuff going on there, and it's just, the lore is rather extensive, and honestly, I think that eventually I'm gonna open up a new grounds to like host all the details on it, because here's the thing. Fandom has come out with like a lot of problems over the years, like the biggest problem with the biggest problem with like fandom wikis is that their content controls are nearly non-existent. Um, like like anyone could literally edit anything and screw up an entire wiki. She can't get you all the way up here. All right. Hell yeah. Honestly, if the rest of Schrodinger's team was with, honestly, hell no, because that just shows how poor the game design is. Like, she can't even come up here and attack you. Like, come on now. Honestly, you could have just made it like a click button. I need to pee again. Alright, I'm back. PC is freaking out. Hang on. What the hell? I just checked something for 5 seconds and all of a sudden... I think my pizza's here. I gotta take a break and eat my pizza, and then we'll be right back on track. So, what I think of the game so far, really buggy. That's for sure. And it's still a bad game, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. In between all the objectively terrible stuff, it can be somewhat enjoyable at times. To an extent. Yeah, but one big thing I will say is that notice how throughout the entire game, throughout the entire game, not once, they mentioned the lore of where the hell all those actual weirdos came from. Like they didn't really explain why the cartoonist became the way she is. They didn't really explain why, everyone turned into these weird monster thingies. Like, none of that's really explained. And, one thing a good horror game needs to do is explain its characters and explain its world. Like, it needs to explain, where all the villains come from, where all the monsters come from. Like it needs to explain that. To an extent. you know? That's what this game very much fails to do. Like, it's talking a lot about Rotnik and, all their past, but it's not talking about, what happened to the others. And also the notes in lieu of Sean Chiplock's voice acting. Because of the fact that he walked off the set due to Edgar Coaster treating him terribly. And not only him, but most of the other staff and including the actors quit as well. Oh god damn it. My laptop is freezing again. YouTube itself is good. It's made good. It's just the laptop freaking out again. Finally, it decided to work for me, you stupid laptop. There we go. I tend to be a bit of a spitfire, I know, but if you had to work with terrible PCs like I have, you understand why. Yeah, my laptop is completely screwed up now. That is fantastic. All right. Hmm, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we only have like halfway to go. That was nerve-wracking, extremely nerve-wracking. Also, one more thing about this boss fight. One, why you lay out like a giant castle? And two, why you make everything a rigid body? Why make every wall a rigid body except for the brick ones? So I'm just looking over something some more. One thing I do wonder is why the hell are we collecting random objects? Like that's what I wonder. What are we asking for? I know I'm being extra careful right now, but I do not want to die. Great. Hang on, I always try to deliberate my next move before I make it. I'm just a very careful person. Like, especially in buggy games like this. Like, if a game is all buggy like this, then I am extra careful. And that's our last one. We are almost... Come on, Undyne, where are you? Dude, is there AI bugging? Huh? Alright. Okay, phew. Ah! 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 There's more of that horrible blood. There's Lucy. Break room. I think that we reached a save point, right? Skyworks Animations has officially sent Rotnik a cease and desist letter for reasons unknown. They claim Rotnik copied their works, however, lawyers claim that there are other, more evil motives. Stay tuned. Again, a lot of the lore talks about Rotnik. Rotnik. But what I want to talk about is, how did everyone transform? How did everyone become the way they are? That's what I think is more relevant here, to be honest. And what Ecker Coaster fails repeatedly to explain. Like, he explains everything about. That's creepy. Alright, now for the big reveal. It did actually save. What? You know what? You know, I'll take it. So, phew. Alright, so, that's pretty much it for our first Weird Wacky Wednesday. Actually went very well. I was not sure about how much attention this series would receive. I thought it was gonna kind of just flop off and just, not really, get any attention. But no, it actually got, quite a bit more than, what I was, expecting. Um, Now, as for the game itself, well, it's Venge. It is not a good game at all. Oh my god. Um, One, not only is like none of the actual plot explained, like none of the actual lore behind any Sorry, I was just checking something again. But yeah, um, yeah, I didn't expect it to get as much attention as it actually did. Um, Actually did very well. But one thing I will say is that yeah, the game's still Venge. Like not only is it having all of its the usual bugs and all that other stuff it usually has, but oh my god, once again, most of the character models are stock assets. Basic gameplay stuff is broken, like the fact that the monsters are apparently faster than the player themselves most of the time. The chase sequences are just terrible. Like I have to use like wide tank controls to stay ahead of the monsters. It's just your usual stuff. But as I said before, the lore is where it's really the worst. Like, oh my god, like one, an entire building disappearing. Really? A much better way to do that would have been for, all people inside to disappear. And then, perhaps, you're either sent in as like an investigator or, like, as some kind of contractor looking for stuff that can be retrieved and, pulled out of there. Like, that's pretty much what I'm thinking they should have done is, they should have really went the route of, committing to really committing to its bendy influences, and had a much more, at least like try to explain the world that they are in. Like they didn't explain it all. Like they explained the red stuff, the red magic and all that. They didn't explain anything else though. Yeah, nothing was explained beyond that. There was no real, elaboration on anything. It was just, honestly, I think a lot of it was just copied and pasted from other stuff and then just put in there. And also the fundamental presentation issues, like, okay, yeah, you can show stuff off that way, using just simple frames and stuff, but it's better to have like, notes or not, sticky notes in place of the dialogue of the narrator or the guy who was meant to help you because he left the scene. No. I mean, actual like, lore notes or like tapes describing what's happening, that sort of thing. Like in BioShock. BioShock pretty much invented that formula, more or less. Or well, was one of the games that really started off. But for good reason. It is a really good way to like, set up your world and, do proper storytelling. Is to have like notes, tapes and stuff and all that data lying about for players to discover and learn about. And to learn about the world more. And Venge fails to do this. Venge fails multiple times to, properly set up their world. And on top of all that, they commit they uh, they commit the grand cardinal sin, the great taboo of horror video games. That is that they do not explain any of their enemies whatsoever. It's never explained in lore how the cartoonist became a giant undying fish thing. Is never explained in lore how, that mannequin could talk. Like, at least they should have offered some kind of explanation. And also, the only voice lines we heard were Blanc's lines. And I know I'm using her Neptunia name, but she's also, I believe, the voice of Laura S. Arcade, or the first one. There are two actresses because the other one got sick, if I remember correctly, so they had to replace her. But yeah, she's also the voice actor of Laura S. Arcade, the Countess with the big me sword from Kiseki, which I find very interesting. I believe Andrea Libman also appears though in this as well. I think she might be the frog though. And Ethics, the main antagonist, he's actually voice acted by Quentin Flynn, who, as I explained earlier, was also Jack Ryan's voice back when Metal Gear was still a thing. But yeah, but yeah, that's why I didn't do a plot summary. Is that there really isn't a plot summary. I mean, we found our way to the facility after convincing our big brother to let us go. We got inside and immediately got attacked by the cartoonists. Well, actually, no. We explored a bit and then activated the and then managed to unlock the theater and then got transported to the mysterious world, which is never explained by the mannequin. And then that's when we, ended up getting attacked by the cartoonist, who is actually a stock model. Fun fact. I've seen that model on the asset store multiple times, which is something that repeats a lot for Venge, because a lot of their stuff is very, very um like there's a lot of asset reuse and a lot of store-bought assets too, from the Unity store in the game. In fact, I think most of the enemies are store assets that have been basically just shoehorned into the plot because they cannot make their own original enemies. But yeah, next time is, we're gonna be diving into the next location and seeing what's up with that. But yeah, because and notice I said next location. That's because yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of what exactly is going on in this game. Let's be honest here. Though I think the next one is either like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like the sound guy or something. I don't know. What? Let me see here. Let me see what is yeah, Lazarette. That's next guy. Is Lazarette. That's right. So I had to look him up because again, you never really get too connected to the characters to actually remember their names in this game. But whatever. Um. So yeah, next time it'll be the Lazarette. But yeah. What will I be doing tomorrow exactly? Tomorrow, no stream because I'm doing the Andy Lele collab. And Friday I'm doing the I have VR chat collab with Voxel Usagi. He's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. It's gonna be my first VR chat collab in a long while though. because you see, my PC doesn't really run VR Chat that well anymore. I could barely boot into the game half the time, and when it does boot into the game, it is super slow to like load up anything. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid playing as much as possible right now until I actually get everything straightened out pretty much and get a new PC, which will be a laptop by the way, because I cannot afford a desktop right now. But yeah, because of that, no stream on Friday either. And Saturday's the Gartic Phone collab, which I might stream on. So yeah. Um But anyway, I gotta go. I can't stream forever, so you pretty much know the drill. So thank you all for watching this wonderful stream. You'll be able for us day, night, week, whatever, and I will see you all either on Saturday or next week. Depending on if I'm gonna stream the Gartic Phone stream this time. So yeah. Good night, everyone. Stay classy, everyone, and good night. And I will see you all next week for what was it? Oh yeah, that's right. I will see you all next week, or on Saturday. Depending on if I stream the next Gartic Phone stream. So yeah. See you there, everyone.